Hi, this is Miranda from My Scrappy Life, and welcome back to my channel. This is just a normal, regular process video that I am putting up on my channel. Now, I am still, obviously, y'all know that I'm working on my Charleston layout and getting through my trip. And this particular one is all about the little bits of comfort food eating that we did, or I should say that I wanted to do while we were in Charleston. You know, sometimes you just got to do those touristy stuff. And then on top of it, we do like going and eating good, comfort food as barbecue or anything like that. And we went to Southern Pit, I think it's called, or something like that. We'll get to the pictures, and then the names and stuff are on the pictures. And then the other one is eating like that it's the tourist stuff. Like I said, it's the touristy stuff of, eating the dark chocolate covered, bananas or strawberries or whatever. I made Josh and I eat some marshmallows. And it kind of just brought us back to Europe, because those types of things was always what we saw while we were, going to like the festivals and that kind of stuff. So here I am. I'm starting to work on this process, and I do change it up a little bit. At first I was going to use these colors, and I'm like, okay, this is working. And then I decide, nah, not so much. You'll see what I do. So we start out with this, and then it does change towards the end, towards the middle to the end of this. And the barbecue place, I remember it now. So the barbecue place is called Southern Barbecue. And then the other one is like one of those candy shop type things that you would see pretty much in a touristy section. And so I am following a sketch, and unfortunately I can't show the sketch because it is part of where you have to purchase it. But if it is available, I gotta look on the Etsy shop. I'm not sure if she took down her Etsy shop or not, but I'll link it if it's down there. So you'll see here that I am going to use this paper, and I really wanted to pull this yellow out. I really, really, really wanted it to work. And I don't know why. Apparently, I don't know how to cut. I don't know. This was weird. And so I get out the other piece of paper to this paper. And I don't know what in the world. I don't know why it did what it did. It's so weird. So I'm using this, and I really wanted this color to pull. And then I'm like, nope, it's not going to work. So I go with this color. And then this is the first one, and then there is papers underneath. And so at first I thought I was going to use these two. And I'm like, does this look good? Does this not look good? I like it. I don't like it. And then I'm like, well, let me put a little bit of glue, or, a little bit down, and then show Fran, because I am scrapbooking with Fran on this one. And she's like, oh yeah, that looks good. And then I happened to find a blue piece right here, and I was like, wait a minute, that actually looks a lot better. So then I use that, and then I'll use these pieces somewhere else. So ultimately, this is what I decide to use for this one instead. And now I do love what I did. Now it's perfect. Like, now it's good. And I go ahead and place all of that down and start to do that and all of that kind of stuff, and then follow that from there. So I hope that everybody's enjoying life right now. I know it's probably not what everybody wants, but ultimately, when I am filming this, I am in my last week of school. And what that means is on the 8th of May, I was done teaching in retrospect. I was done. And then in the week between May 11th to May 15th, the students just had to turn in any of their work that they did not finish through online distance. I gave them that week and the week before to be able to get in all the stuff, because our district is wanting us to do grades and be finalized by the 18th of May. Well, that's the day I go into the school on half days. So I have to go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So 18th, 19th, and 20th. I go half days. And to clean, to close down shop pretty much. To clean up if there's any personal belongings that the students have left there. And I was a smarty and decided to make sure that my students took home everything that they needed so that they did not have to come back to my classroom at all for no reason whatsoever. I acted like this was when we released the students to online learning on the 16th of March. I told them, I said, we're going to treat this that we never come back. And I said, I want to come back, but we're going to treat it as they're never coming back. So they took everything home. And so I don't have to worry about that type of stuff. I just have to get, the records and, just the typical normal stuff that we need to do. And then I just need to shut down my room. And our schooling actually is all tile. And if you don't have to move a room, we pretty much just have to label on our desks and our chairs and like our teacher desk and any other items. Like for me, I have a bunch of Rascogs in my room. I have a neat little reading nook area that I use for my students. And so things like that, all I have to do is put that up on top of something if it doesn't have wheels. Well, I also have the Michaels things for their pencils and all that kind of stuff. And they took all that out. So I don't have to worry about any of it. And those are on wheels. So I can just mark them that they go back into my room. So ultimately, my 3 days of half days will be pretty easy. I don't have much to clean up because one, if you know me in real life, you know that I'm a clean freak. If you don't know, I am a clean freak. So I cleaned really, really well before I left school in March. So that if we did, for some odd reason, have to come back to school, I didn't have much to do. And I knew we were going to have to because obviously I got to close out, I got to close down the year. So I knew I was going to have to come back sometime to do it. And so, yeah. So that's pretty much kind of what my game 2 plan was. And obviously this is going up way after, or probably a week to 2 weeks after I do this voiceover and upload it. So ultimately, if you're wanting to know any more about my real life while I'm watching scrapbooking here, definitely like and subscribe to my channel. I do keep my talking very light, but yet very informative of just my daily life. I do just daily talks while I'm scrapbooking and doing my voiceover here on this, on my channel. So here I am now to the embellishments part. So these are the 2 comfort food type places that I took pictures by, and I am eating chocolate covered marshmallows there, and Josh is just taking a picture because, I just make them. And I wanted to make sure I got the little bit of the southern sweets that I wanted on there. So I do keep this hedgehog in there, and I do keep this little, cheetah up in the corner because I thought they're cute. The collection that I'm working with is the Hip Kit, and it's either March or April because I know I don't have May's yet for when I did this voiceover, or not this voiceover, but this layout. So it had to be either March or April, one of the two, because I had to finish up. I was still working on January and February's, and I was like, I'm done. I ex-nayed all of that. I broke those up because I was tired of working with them. So here I am. I took a bunch of fussy cutting, and I edged some of these, and I added all these little sweet tooth pieces to that, and then I was going to put the, right where I had the bouquet of flowers and stuff, I was going to put them there, but then I'm like, well, then what was the point of me putting down that paper? So I took them out of there, and I placed this, these 2 cupcakes and then these macarons, and my title is going to be Comfort Foods. So I'm going to use these first, and then you'll see what I do. I alternate the word comfort, and I I put them up on some foam tape. So some are placed down, some are placed up. And here, that's how I do it. And I really like, honestly, I really like how this turned out. This part really, really turned out well. I like this part of it because I think with the black and white photos and then adding the little bit of animals to it and all of this stuff, it's just a cute layout that I absolutely love. It's simple, but yet so still me. And yeah, so that's pretty much there. I do get out the Pinkfresh, these here are Pinkfresh Studios, and they were from one another collection from Hip Kits, I don't know, further down the line somewhere. I wanted to try to get the word food to match semi pretty close to it, so I placed the word food there, and then I'm showing it to Fran, just letting you know I am scrapbooking. And I'm putting down some of these dots from Jen Hedfield. Most of this collection is from Jen Hedfield of what I'm using here. I do come in with splatters, obviously. You guys do know that I come in with I think I use gold on this one. Yeah, it's gold splatters for that. And I think I come in with some sequins. I don't know what I come in with. I'm not sure what else I come in with. Because I've done this video a while, and then I come back, and then I did some, I did other layouts, and this one I knew wasn't for a design team or whatever, so I waited on doing the voiceover until, not that I needed a layout, but until I wanted to make sure I was uploading between 2 to 3 times a week onto my channel. So here are the splatters from Goldilocks. Make sure that you like and subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you to my YouTube family. I upload between 2 to 3 times a week. I do 12 by 12 layouts, traveler's notebooks, and design team layouts. I hope that you guys are all staying safe. Enjoy the wonderful weather. I hope it's starting to get wonderful for y'all to go outside. And there it is. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.